So the question often comes up, if I can do just about anything that I do during the day, it doesn't take my full intellectual capacity, perhaps. Those things are pretty hard. But if I can do any of the other things, like dishwashing and driving and so on, in a mindful, meditative way, how much of that makes sense? How much of that should I do? And the answer is really, I guess, dependent on what you're looking to gain, or what is it that you'd like to shift in your life? Would you like to be able to go through the stressful times without feeling so much stress? Perhaps there's a little bit of a tendency to be tense all the time. Maybe you'd like to relax that tenseness. Or maybe it's just you're pretty happy, but you'd like to be really joyfully happy, taking life with more positive energy. Well, there's so many different goals or desires to improve the quality of our life that we might be motivated by. And so I guess if you practice some kind of meditation for a few minutes a day, it's going to help. It's going to reduce your suffering. And I have found that as I see the fruits of practice coming in, it was so self-reinforcing, because as I realized that my meditation practices were so fruitful, it made it so much more inspiring to do them more of the time. And so I went from sitting meditation twice a day, 20 or 30 minutes each time, to practicing mindful dishwashing and doing a dishwashing meditation and so on, and added more and more things that I did during the day to my quiver of meditative practices. But really, in the end, when I started to become inspired to take on full enlightenment as my goal, there was only one choice for practice, and that is all the time. And some of the teachers say there's actually no such thing as part-time spiritual practice. Well, I think they're right, and the thing is, what are you practicing? If there's no such thing as part-time spiritual practice, maybe what you're doing when you're not consciously practicing, in a way, it's still spiritual in nature, isn't it? Everything that you perceive, everything that you enjoy, everything that you suffer, is happening in your mind. It's what you think about something. It's what you feel about something is all within you. So in a way, we can't escape the spiritual process. We can stop the process. We can have it be very slow, or even, unfortunately, we can regress in our abilities to be more peaceful. We can get into a habit of anger or shame or helplessness. And that's the kind of suffering that tears at the heart of the compassionate person and says, please take a look inside yourself. See how you're creating your own suffering. And so, what are we practicing? Are we practicing consciously? Are we practicing our lives consciously? Are we taking it as an intention to improve our life? Every single moment is an opportunity to explore who and what you are. And in a way you're doing that, but unconsciously, you're not going anywhere with it. My daughter just is in the process of writing a new song. You could be on the road, but you can be stuck, standing still, or even walking backwards. So, how much am I going to meditate in each day? Do as much as you can find the will to do, but not because you feel like you should do it, or that you have to do it or else you'll suffer too much. See if you can find ways to practice that you really enjoy, and do those. So let's say there's something you have to do, but you don't really like it, like washing the dishes. Maybe that's not your favorite thing to do, but if you take it as a meditation practice, try it for a good week or two. Each time you do the dishes, meditate. Just stay with the current moment. Enjoy each dish. Notice the dirt as it's coming off. Do a careful, good job of it, and just stay in it. And see if you don't enjoy doing the dishes more, or perhaps just not dislike it quite so much. And so maybe we can transform these somewhat tedious things into practices that can be more enjoyable, and then go from there. Another approach, which would be, I'm studying Tantra now, and the Tantric approach is to practice when you're doing the things you love to do the most. Now, if you practice your meditation, your mindfulness, when you do things that you love the most and the things that you really don't like as much, then of course you're starting to go towards the all-day approach. But whatever you do, see if you can find the inspiration, find the reasons, if you must use the rational mind. Find something to help you to do a little bit more practice today than you have in the past. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave comments and questions. Namaste.